Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Esther, so I'll be running this Skill Spark session as usual. And we have Sinead here just monitoring the chat. I just want to let you know that I had some internet issues. It's not, I don't know what it is, but probably it's not just me. It's probably the city wide because we had some issues throughout the past couple of days. So hopefully I'll stick around, but if I disappear or if I really lag and slow down, it's probably because of that. So sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna jump into this. We're gonna have a really cool new feature that we're gonna talk about. Hopefully you can see my screen. I'm sharing it. And I have the chat open as well in case there's any questions. As always, feel free to ask away. So in these skill sparks, we want to talk about any kind of updates or features that we want to highlight. And this time we are talking about a member perks or discount perks. This is available for the Pro Plus, Studio Grow, and Studio Max plans, but don't worry, we're going to talk about options that you can also use it on any other plan as well. So, what these are basically when you have a client purchase a package membership or a store item, they automatically can have a discount code attached basically to their profile. So that means if they purchase something else that that discount code applies to, it will automatically apply it. So they don't have to enter a discount code. They don't have to search back like what that code was. The system will recognize that they have this code and then it will simply apply to their purchase. It's really easy for you to set this up. It can be a really positive perk for a membership, a package, and it can also really boost sale for some of the offerings or services that you might not really get a lot of purchases or traction through other ways. So you can easily cross-sell other services as well. So I want to quickly jump into and show you how we can set this up. But if you have any questions, please ask. I put this here that you know how to set this up. We're going to show you why this might be really smart to apply for your memberships or packages or store items as well, and how you can do this if possibly you don't have this available for you. And let me just change my screen. So I'm going to slide myself over. Did that work? Nice and smooth. Okay, so now we are in the back end of this made up test site. It's not anyone's site, but I'm on the discounts. I've already created a few discounts, but I'm going to create one with you as well. And there's two that I created for the membership. So there's a membership perks, which is just 20% off. And then there's a 50 off class. So this is more for a private membership. This could be for all type of memberships, so group class memberships. For example, this example site is a dance studio, so it could be connected to that as well, but really you can make it up any way that you want to. And as mentioned, these can be applied to your packages, your memberships, and your store items as well. So what I thought of I wanted to create here, I have these two class packs, a 5 class pack and a 10 class pack, and you can add the discount codes in two ways. One of them is that you can edit an existing package or membership, and then when you scroll down, let me just find it quickly. Here at the bottom, it says choose discounts to auto apply as a perk. And then it says that there's no perks added at this moment. And you can search for one that you already have, or you can also create one. So I'm just going to click on add new. It will actually open up your discount page, the one where we were on before. So the system will build this discount code for you. Now we can create a discount code. And I was thinking that maybe the idea is that the summer's coming up. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a lower, not so steady revenue season. So we could influence clients if they purchase a 5 or 10 class pack that maybe they get something free or some kind of a discount. So I could say that the code is maybe we want to give them a free merch. So we would say free t-shirt. I don't know. Just making up a code. what something that you want. If you don't want people to guess it, maybe put a number in it or something like that, or like a funny character so people can't go and try to guess random words. And then you can give it like summer perk or something, some a name. This is only just for you, so you know what this is for. And then you can add a percentage or you can also a dollar amount. Now I could, since it's free, I'm gonna say it's 100% off. But if you want to change it, maybe you want to give them $10 back from their package or something like that, then you could say $10 off and they can spend it on anything else. And then you have the options as usual to change how often these can be applied. So maybe you don't want the client to buy 100 t-shirts for free. So you're going to limit to maybe one. So they can use it once. And then how often can this be used total? So instead of just by one client, you could say the first 20 people purchasing this package or membership, they will have the chance to get a free t-shirt. So you can again limit this to, let's say, 20 because you still want to make some money on your merch. So you say that, okay, the first 20 will get a free t-shirt. Now, with your discounts here, it's not applying for any of the offerings, and well, it's part of the package, but we're not applying it to the package and we're not applying to the membership. So they're not getting 100% off a package or membership or any kind of event or offer. We not even applying it, or sorry, we are applying to a store item, but we are going to choose the First Steps Dance t-shirt. So I just created that store item. You can see that when they have this discount, this free t-shirt discount, they can use it for that t-shirt. So this can be a little bit confusing because you think, oh, it's part of a package, but actually we're not applying the discount code on the package. It's the discount code that they get by purchasing that package. Okay, and then here underneath it, it also asks you which package, membership, etc. you want to have this connected to. So you can already choose that. And I can choose that package. And it's not all packages. I just want the 5 class and the 10 class pack to be part of it. So if someone purchases this, they will have this discount already applied on their account. So I set this up. You can also set an expiration date. So I said summer, Northern Hemisphere summer. So I'm going to go till the end of August. This is available. But if you want to make this discount code forever available, you can also do that. And then I simply click create. Okay, so we have the code created. It shows up on our list. So we have the free t-shirt code that while we created this code, they don't actually have to remember this because it will be connected to their account anyway, but you know, and the system will know this is why this t-shirt was free for them. Okay, so if I go back to, and don't be alarmed because I tested this, but you go back to this page and you don't see it right away showing up because obviously it opened up a new tab, just click save. And then we're going to go back to, like, it's going to take us back. And if I even refresh just to be safe, but then I go back to that 5 class pack and then I go edit and I believe it should show up. Yeah, there it is. So free t-shirt, 100% off. So that easy. I know that sometimes when we go back and it's not showing up right away, it's just because obviously we haven't refreshed it, but the system recognized this has happened in the back. So it has applied and attached that discount code. So I wanted to show you how these work. So I already applied some of these, not this one that we created, but I applied other membership perks to these memberships. And I'll show you how it's connected to a person. So this account is a test account and I have logged in. And if I go to my schedule, and I'll book a class. It doesn't matter what it is because I already logged in. You can see up here that I am Carmela Cozy and I am going to book a session and it tells me that, I'm logged in because it's asking me to sign out. Now, if I go to the schedule and let's say Friday, I'd like to go to the stretch class. And just a little trick because I have some memberships here. I can pay obviously with the membership, but if I had no other options to pay for this session and I had the debit and credit card, then you'll see that I have these discount codes automatically apply. Now, this 20% of discount is part of my 2 class a week monthly. And then this 50% off is because I'm also a private sessions member. Now, this is obviously a better steal, so I can click on that and make it apply to the 50% rather than the 20 because I'll save more. Now, obviously, this is a little bit, if you only have one discount code here, they won't be able to switch between the two. They will have one. But if they, for example, did something else and they got another not automatic discount, but a random discount, maybe they gave you a feedback or they want something and they have a bigger discount code, they could still apply a different code. So they're not limited just to that one that's connected to their account, but they automatically will have this chosen because the system recognizes that this person has something that has an automatic discount perk connected to it. And then I can just go to the next page and then I can purchase it for 50% off slowly. It's part of my internet. Hopefully, I'm not losing you guys. There we go. So it shows that instead of $20, it's $10 because I got 50% off. I'm not going to register myself, but this is basically how you do it. I really recommend when you're setting up your packages and your memberships and you decide to add this discount perk, do not write the discount code into the description, but explain that one of the benefits of signing up to this package or membership is that you get 50% off any drop-in sessions, or you get a free t-shirt, or you get 20% off your next purchase, or if you bring a friend, you get this much off as well. Are there any questions about this? I saw that how connected to a person. Is that clear? So it's kind of showing that, yep, that person is logged in, has that membership, so the discount code is applied. Okay, so now I just wanted to jump into showing how you can actually set this up if you don't necessarily have this part of the software yet. So you can create an automation and you can send the discount code to people automatically when they purchase something. Or you could also, I wouldn't highlight it or add it to the description page, but you can redirect them post-purchase and display it on the screen saying, you purchased this package or membership. Now you can have this discount code, save it as well. But let's say you want to make it semi-automatic. So if someone purchases a package or membership, you want to send them a discount code really easily. You can add a trigger that they purchase either a package or a membership, they can purchase a store item, or they purchase oh yeah, package and membership is together. So let's choose this one. And I'll just choose the same example where let's say we have the private session. Someone is a private client, and then you're going to add a step where you send an email. And in your email, you're going to add that same discount code, wherever it was, sorry, here. So you're going to say the same discount code that you had for the 50 off class. So you're going to maybe use a button or do something else. So let's say we add a button and then you could say use code, what was it? 50 off class, I think it was. And then I would add the link to your schedule. So that would be, I think that was open here. Yeah, I'm just going to copy it. There you go. And then they get 50% off because they have that code, but they don't necessarily have the automatic application. In this step, they will have to put the code in themselves. It won't automatically show up, but this is just a little workaround how you can do this. Now I think, let me just, oh, I have to add a discount code. Sorry if you hear me typing. Okay, and then you can save this. You can also make sure that you check if they still have this membership because the discount code, they won't be able to use that discount code once the membership is canceled. So I can add that event that the membership is canceled. I haven't seen these steps yet, so that's why I'm just looking at that. I don't know which one to choose. I'm gonna choose this one and then later on I'll come back because I just froze. Anyways, so some quick tidbits. So, oh, let me see. There are some questions. Okay. Can the same code be automatically applied for monthly memberships? So think of the discount perk as more so that because they have the membership, they can access something else in a better way, or like they have that extra on top. So, how I think about it, I don't know if it can be, I don't think so, but how I think about it is let's say we have, your highest tier membership, it's an unlimited, um, let's say $200 a month. Because they pay that much, you want to say, okay, I want to thank them, and they can come to a workshop because they usually come to weekly classes multiple times a week. They can come to a workshop with, only paying 50% of what other people need to. So you can already apply that discount. Or you could say any membership member gets 20% off of gift cards, or I don't know, not gift cards, sorry. So store items or something like that. So they can already have that applied to them. And then that way they don't have to automatically, or sorry, don't have to manually put in the discount code. They automatically get the discount. So they are locked in. I know that I worked with someone before who had that every member, so the membership fee was really low. They had, I think, like $10 a week or something. This was a kind of like a fitness training gym, and they had a $10 per week membership. But if they paid that, that meant that their private one-on-ones had, I think, 30% off or something. If they didn't pay the $10 membership, then they would have to pay the full price for the private. So they basically made a little bit of a cut by paying a little bit, and obviously that brought in a little bit of a revenue for that studio. That was just an example. Hopefully that makes sense. I think if you want to create a membership discount for the actual membership, not a perk because they bought a membership or they are on an active membership, then that has to be set up in a way that I was explaining at the beginning, that let's say, so this one is a $10 off membership for free cycles. So if I edit this, you'll notice there's a little difference here. So the limited time someone can use it is 3 times, because when someone applies this to a membership, then they get the $10 off for those 3 months, because that's how the system understands it. They don't get any extra perks of having this membership. The perk is that they get $10 off the first 3 months. So there's a little bit of a difference between a discount perk and just a general discount that anything can be applied to, or anyone can apply to anything. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, Valerie, if we offer a discount to members for all workshops, we have to add each new workshop we create to the list on the discount code page. Um, because I would presume that you would have this ticked and you're not seeing all offerings. You would have multiple discounts for the workshop. Do you create a brand new offering for each workshop, or do you have a template, basically one offering of that workshop that then you can later edit on the schedule and change the text, change some of the details? Because that's how I used to do it. So I use kind of the authoring cards as like the template. And then when I had it on the schedule, I could change the title, I could change some of the information. I think the only thing that you cannot change from the schedule is the image. So if you want the image to be a specific image to that specific workshop, then yes, that has to be changed. But other than that, I would just use the same. And then that way you would have that one thing. So let's say this sauna session is your workshop. And then and it doesn't matter if on the schedule you have one that's called weekend workshop and the other one's called weekday workshop, but it's coming from the same offering, then you don't have to relist it because it's just one thing. But if you create multiple workshops because you have those available on your list, I don't remember now what you have, then I would, yeah, you probably have to come in and choose that. Okay, how about if the discount would be for a friend to come for free or discounted? Okay, so then this is how I would set this up. So if you have a membership and you do not allow to bring friends and family, I would set it up that way. But you could say in the description of your membership that anyone on this membership can bring a friend for free or discounted because they have this perk of drop-in sessions. Kind of similar to what I was showing here on the schedule. So if I'm registering, I would register myself with the membership, but it doesn't allow me to bring guests. But someone says, my friend says, I want to come to this session with you, then I would have to choose the credit or debit card option. And then I would have that discount code applied for that person to be booked in. And I could say that I'm actually adding a guest. So I'm not, let's say Michael Scott is coming, not me. So I'm swapping it around. So it's not going to be me coming to the session, but I'm registering Michael Scott for 20% off of that class rather than myself with that package or membership. Does that make sense? How about if I want to offer a discounted membership to friends or family? Great question. I think you could do it with the perks, but I would think of the perk more so as in it's a benefit for that person that has the membership. So how do you want to benefit that person? I wonder if maybe your option would work better with the adult memberships, the shared memberships, and say that they can upgrade to the shared membership and that way they get a discount for their friend and family. Or you could also say that they can have a discount code. I don't know, maybe Arvin knows the answer to this, but if this discount code that we created is only accessible for perk members, then can that same discount code be shared with maybe a family member? I don't know if the system would allow that, but you could create a similar membership, or if you can create a similar discount code and you can share it with them and say, because you are a member, your friend can get 10% off their first 3 months or something like that. Sorry, I meant I want to offer 50% off on membership for my friends and family. Yeah. I I wouldn't use the perk because that means that the person who's paying for that membership is the same person, like the person paying for the family's membership is the same person who's already paying for their own membership. So unless they know the other person's contact details and it would be attached to their name, what I would recommend for that one is don't think of it as a perk, but maybe create a separate discount code and share it with them and say, because you're a member, your friend can or your family member can sign up 50% off. I hope that makes sense. I'm just going to have a sip of water. Thanks, Valerie. Okay. When will this go live? We're hoping today, but or this week, but obviously life happens. We wanted to make sure we test everything out and it works well. Arvin would probably know the answer to this the best, but I'm thinking by end of week, maybe. I don't want to promise anything, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay, will the discount code automatically apply to each month if it is a monthly membership? Yes. So let's talk a little bit about the expiration. If if in the discount you are setting up, let's say, that it's not a limited time, but it's an unlimited times, that means that as long as they have the active membership, they will have that discount code attached to them forever. If they cancel the membership, they won't be able to use that after that, so they won't have automatic application of that perk. If they have a package and the package is, let's say, unlimited, it doesn't expire either, then it will be connected to the discount code expiration. If that doesn't have an expiration, I believe we're chatting with this about with Arvind, then it would basically exist and they might have access forever. Or maybe, sorry, no, if there's no expiration code for the discount code nor for the package, but they have used up all of their credits, then they no longer can use the discount code, I believe. Let me know, Arvind, if I'm incorrect. So Same with the store item. I wanted to show that as well. So I'm in the store items here. And let's say you have some online content that people purchase, and you say, if you buy this, you get $5 back or some kind of a discount code you create. You can set it up the same way here as well. This one isn't 20% off membership, but you can choose a different one. You can apply it for the store items as well. So it's the same thing. As long as they have access to that store item, they will have that discount code. Now, if this is, let's say it's a rental, so they are not having it forever and after a month, they return this 10-minute meditation, then after that, they won't have the access to the discount code. This one is a 30 days. So after 30 days, as long as they have the active store item, they have the discount code automatically apply. Once it expires, they won't have it automatically on their account. Okay. Arvin said we plan to launch this next week. Okay, sorry, I was jumping the gun a little bit, but just excited. Okay, are there any more questions? I really love these. Thank you so much putting me on the spot. Hopefully that I'm answering the right things and not giving the team more work to do and change the plans. Okay, so I highly recommend using this. I think it's super cool. If you are in the co-op, I think it would be such a cool little discussion to see what kind of perks you're interested in adding, because I think that's really cool to discuss what would clients enjoy having as a perk. Um, and yeah, if you have any questions, just shout. Keep an eye out for your Frill notifications. We also probably share it in the um, Facebook group and the co-op as well once it's live, so you'll know that it's ready for you to start playing with it. Okay. Oh yeah,
This is
sorry.
awesome.
Yeah.
So you're always so unflappable. It's awesome that you can take any question on the hoof.
No
It was
worry, my
cool.
hands are shaking.
Thanks. Some great questions there. Thank you, everyone. This was really useful.
Yes, really love that you guys are having lots of questions. Next time, we are talking about another really highly anticipated feature update, which is drop-ins for event series. So we are doing that, making that happen so you don't have to multiply your event and event series on your schedule, and you'll have some options to fill up some empty spots in your series so you don't have to um, double it up and try to manage the numbers with that. So that's coming out. That's going to be again the second Tuesday of June, which is crazy to think that's halfway through the year, but that's where we're gonna be. All right. Thank you so much. Have a lovely
Cool.
rest of your
Thank you.
day.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody. Cheers, Esther.